for today's session of Makara Sankranti, not Makara Sankranti, Mahashivaratri. This is the 14th year we are celebrating. Welcome all of you. So Shiva is called Mrutyunjaya, one who can help us to conquer death. There was a saint called Brakandu Rishi, and he had a son called Markandeya. So he had a blessing. He had from blessing of Brahmaji. He got a child called Markandeya. Huh? Markandeya had a short life. He will die at the age of 16. Parents were worried when he approached 15 years. Then Markandeya came to know that his parents are worried that he will die. So then he sits and prays to Shiva. Yamadharmaraya appears, but Shiva protects Markandeya from the death. So Markandeya becomes Chiranjeevi, eternally living. So Shiva is the one who can protect us from untimely death. It's called Akala Mrityu, Apamrityu. But mainly Shiva protects us from the cycle of birth and death itself. So that's why Mahamrutyunjaya mantra is very auspicious. It helps us to prevent untimely death. What is untimely death? Death before you realize yourself. So life is there for only realizing self. Any death, if somebody realizes self earlier, it's okay, time to go, can go. Not the age. So people think the untimely death, oh, he's a very young person, he died. It is not about that. It's about the life purpose is not served. So that's called untimely death. So let us chant Mrutyunjaya mantra. I'll tell the meaning. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita. So the prayer is Trayambakam. Trayambakam means one who has three eyes. All of us have two eyes. Shiva has third eye. So do not imagine some one eye here sitting here. It is not visible eye. Okay. In the sculpture and painting, they create an eye here. Otherwise, not a visible eye, not a physical eye. It's the eye, inner eye. Okay. And the shape of that inner eye is not horizontal. These two are horizontal like this. Whereas that eye is like this, vertical. Right? Two eyes are like this and that eye is vertical. So two horizontal eyes keep us bound to the earth, samsara, horizontal. The vertical eye uplifts us, liberates us. That's why the eye is shown as vertical. Even in Shilpa Shastra, they show it as vertical, not horizontal. That takes us upwards. Okay. So that's why it's called Trayambaka. Three eyes are there. Two eyes are keep us bound to the samsara world, karma. Because we see the duality with the two eyes. The third eye is the eye of non-duality, seeing the truth. So the eye of wisdom is called third eye. The eye of wisdom. Third eye is eye of wisdom. With the wisdom you can see the falsehood of Maya. With the wisdom you can see the reality. With wisdom only you can realize Nanu, Nanembudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivanannane, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. So this realization, I am not the body, mind, and intellect, I am pure consciousness, Shoswarupi, and appearance of the world is unreal. So that requires a penetrating wisdom, intellect. The eye of wisdom is called Pradna Chakshu. So Shiva has a third eye called Pradna Chakshu. I'll tell the story of the Pradna Chakshu later. So prayer is for Shiva, whose third eye is open, whereas our third eye is, we don't know whether it's there, right? So the one who is third eye open is called Gnani. So the prayer is for Shiva as Adi Guru, the primordial master, the teacher. And every Gnani who has enlightened is nothing but Shiva only. So the prayer is for a Gnani. Shiva you cannot get. Shiva is already Shiva Yogi is long back. Shiva Yogi has passed on to wisdom to generation. Time to time a Gnani will come. That Gnani is Shiva. Okay. Others will start imagining some Shiva somewhere. Finally, the Gnani who comes in your life is called Shiva. Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam. Sugandhi means fragrance. Yes, fragrance. Shiva has a fragrance. Gnani has a fragrance. What is this fragrance? How do you go? So the fragrance comes from the Gnani. What is the fragrance? Fragrance is the Gnana, the wisdom. Okay? It attracts people, the wisdom. Like ants get attracted by sugar without knowing, without any Wi-Fi or internet connection, they get attracted to sugar. Similarly, Gnani, who radiates peace and wisdom, people get attracted to the Gnani. That's called Sugandhi. Pushtivardhanam. Pushtivardhanam means he nourishes. Okay? Means we will become fat. It's not that. Nourishes, the food nourishes our body, the wisdom nourishes our soul, Atma. The food nourishes the body, the wisdom nourishes the Atma, Pushti. So we gain the inner strength. Okay, that's called Pushti Vardhanam. Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam, Urvarumikavaya Bandhana. Like cucumber falls from a creeper. Okay, Bandhana is bondage. The the cucumber is holding on to a creeper. Similarly, the creeper is our life. We are clinging to life. We are holding on to life. Okay. We don't want to leave life. Life means relationships, friends, relatives. Okay. It's not that you have to run away. It's our attachment is the clinging, which causes hurt. So the cucumber will drop from the creeper when it's dried. So similarly, when we mature, when we become mature, then we don't get attached, we don't cling. That clinging, that like the cucumber drops. Bandhanat, please free us from bandha. Bandha is what is that? We are trapped in samsara. Okay, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janni, generation. Again and again we go through cycle of birth and death because we cling to life. Free us from that. Mrityor mukshiya, free us from death. There's no death for anybody. Nobody dies. Okay, nobody dies, but body dies. The consciousness cannot die. The body just drops. Okay, no body dies. No body is the consciousness. The body dies, but no body dies. But our problem is we associate the body and think we die. Okay, so free us from cycle of birth and death. How is it possible? Only through jnana, nourishment through jnana. That's why pushti mardana. Jnana is like a tonic. Jnana is like a jnana is nourishing. It helps us to become free from samsara. Mrityor mukshiya, give free us from, show us the path of mukti. So nobody can give mukti also. Shiva cannot give, Guru cannot give. He can only teach the path of mukti, jnana. So the prayer is for jnana. What for? Mam amritat. Amrita means for eternal life, immortal life. So that is the prayer. So basically, Trayambakam Ejamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarudaka Bandhanat Mrityur Mukshya Mamrita is a prayer to Adi Guru Shiva, prayer to a Jnani, prayer to a Sadguru to give Jnana. Okay? Our mind goes somewhere actually. I am praying to Shiva. Actually, ultimately, we are praying for Jnana. Jnana has to come from Guru. So, actually, we are so much cluttered with the what you call as the social, what I call Puranic conditionings. So, every Jnani is Shiva. You are also Shiva. When you realize I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, right? Then you are also Shiva. Shiva is not a person. Shiva is the consciousness. Krishna is not a person. Krishna is a consciousness. If you realize Krishna, you are Krishna. If you realize Shiva, you are Shiva. If you realize Buddha, you are Buddha. It's not about a person. We confuse all our Sanatana Dharma teaching with a personality. It's not person. It's the consciousness which is being referred. Okay. So you are also Shiva. To realize I am Shiva is to become free from Mrityu. So this prayer is also told in case of somebody is not well, somebody is going through suffering. This prayer is also told to avoid akal mrityu. So akal mrityu or apamrityu in the common people mind, common man's mind, is somebody dies very young, he died at 38, 35. Okay, so poor fellow, apamrityu, akal mrityu, accident, as if somebody can live forever. Nobody can live forever. See, apamrityu means, the death means, akala mrityu means untimely death. Human life is very precious. Human life is very precious. It is for realization of self, realization of God. If you have died before realizing God, that's called apamrityu. Not accident, not dying very early. Akala mrityu means you have died before your time has come, time of realization. That's called akal mrityu. So Mrutyunjaya Mahamantra is for enlightenment. Mrutyunjaya Mahamantra is for preventing akal mrityu, so that at least before dying, get jnana. There's one more thing. We don't die. All the people commit suicide, you know that? You know, people don't die. People commit suicide. Have you heard of that? Ishavasya Upanishad says, if you understand Atma wrongly, you are committing suicide only. Huh? The suicide in Upanishad is not somebody hanging. Suicide in somebody is not about somebody drowning in water. Suicide is, if you wrongly understand your Atma, it's called suicide, because if you don't understand your Atma properly, it's called suicide only. If you think that I am the body, it's a suicide only. Because body dies, Atma doesn't die. So what doesn't die, you are superimposing death. That's why it's called suicide. Atma is called Atma Hatya. The word is very special. Atma cannot be killed. Okay, Atma cannot be killed. Atma can be killed as if it's killed when you say I am the body. So, Trayambakam Vajamahe mantra, everybody understood? Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita. The suicide, the prayer for Shiva is freedom from suicide, which you are doing. False understanding, I am the body. The prayer for Shiva is, before I realize I am my Atma, I should not die. That's called Akara Mrityu. Okay? Any questions?
Prabhuji, then how to prevent aparamriti?
Huh?
Other time.
What is it?
Aparamriti.
Akala Mrityu.
No, akaramriti you don't Mrutyunjaya mantra.
Huh.
For another one, how to prevent?
Prevent death itself.
No, you told akaramriti and one more.
Suicide. Atmahatya. Apamrityu. Apamrityu.
How to prevent?
Apamrityu is accident.
Yeah.
So that all those things can be prevented by Mrutyunjaya Japa. Mrutyunjaya Mahamantra.
Okay, so Mrutyunjaya mantra is for both.
Both. Mrutyunjaya Mantra is about death. From death to deathlessness. Okay. And do not take these mantras very lightly. Okay. So nowadays big mantras have become very light because you can get a audio cassette or YouTube video. Okay, it's not that, it's much more than that. I circulated a story of Periyar Swamiji. He's the enlightened one, he's Nani. Some people come to him and tell they have built a temple, but linga is so heavy, they are not able to move the linga at all. Shivalinga. So then Periyar calls one person, do Shivanama Japa for 21 days. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Nama Om. He does 21 days Shivanama Japa. On 22nd day, people come and easily lift Shivalinga and put it in the place. See what happens is mantras change the energy pattern. Mantras are operating at the energy level, they are not operating at the physical level. They change the energy. So whatever mantra you are chanting has a lot of impact on your environment. Do it well. Our Atma Jyotis have completed more than 50 lakhs of Shivanama Japa, more than about 43 crores of total Japa. So do not be under the impression that this is just a chanting. It changes the energy field. It changes the world. You may think that I am doing Japa here, but the vibrations will affect the world because it operates at the energy level, not at the physical level. Any questions? Where is Gayatri? What is next item? Quiz.